tell you what to do with your trades or investments, as I am not a financial advisor. Any and all content provided by me contains my own speculative opinion on the market. As such, this content should not be used to make trading or investment decisions. The market is extremely volatile, and the decisions you make should be based on your own due diligence. If you should make a trade or investment decision based off the speculative content that we provide, this disclaimer legally relinquishes me from any and all responsibility. Past market performance is not indicative of future market results. Trading in any market is extremely risky, and you should conduct your own research and analysis prior to making any trading decisions. Well. Welcome back to Blackfire Technical Analysis. And today is Thursday, and we are so close to being done with this absolutely shitty week. My car took a shit today. Phenomenal! Absolutely exciting for your car to just take a shit. But we shall roll on. 'Tis the natural cycle of life. Bad shit happens and good shit happens. So right now, I'm currently in the process, just kind of in a brainstorming process to find ways to get some of the members of the Blackfire community more engaged in trying to, reach for new subscribers for the YouTube channel and things like that. Kind of what we have, me and my moderator, what we have kind of cooking up right now is a potential raffle. I don't know how that's going to really work out just yet. I'm still working out the details, and I do plan on contacting my moderator tomorrow to iron out those details. But, trying to get the community involved and trying to, basically grow the community via, potential incentive rewards or a raffle or merchandise or prizes or cash rewards or anything like that. That's something we're trying to instill within the Blackfire community. I know right now it doesn't feel like we have that many members that are really active. We do have a couple that are pretty active, but I'm looking for some really highly motivated members to try to hunt for more YouTube subscribers to try to help the channel grow. But like I said, the details of the raffle and potential prizes are still in the mix. I want to work with my moderator to get that finalized and ironed out. But very shortly, expect something to come up like that. I will be posting it in the Blackfire Technical Analysis Facebook page, and I might make a short video. Maybe like a little promotion video for the YouTube channel, basically describing, the rules and all that stuff for the potential raffle here. So, exciting stuff for the page. We do have, I think we're up to like 45 subscribers on the YouTube channel, which is more than I expected to get at first. But now I'm hungry for more. I'm hungry to spread the knowledge. I'm hungry to spread the content. I'm hungry to get more people interested in achieving their own financial freedoms. Because at the end of the day, who wants to fucking work paycheck to paycheck just to survive? Nobody wants that. What people really want is more money, and technical analysis and trading in the markets is a very niche way to achieve those goals. So long as you put enough time, dedication, and work into the craft to make it your own craft, it's very rewarding. So just kind of the motivation behind the channel, so on and so forth. I want people to realize that the market isn't as scary. It isn't as scary as everyone leads it up to be. So if you're interested, please let me know. I have startup packages. If you're a new subscriber, if you're a new member, anything like that, just shoot me a message. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tick that little bell for more content, and we will get you on the path, the right path. Basically the first steps that you need to take in order to start your trading career. With that said, oh man, I'm already 5 minutes into the stream. We're gonna go ahead. We have plenty of requests tonight. I'm very excited about that, but we're going to go ahead and start off with, obviously, Mr. NASDAQ here. Any new all-time highs? Yes, we got new all-time highs. We closed above, that one spot 272 Fibonacci extension zone right here. Now we do see price action basically back testing that as potential new tentative support. And as long as this level holds and a candle closes above this region today, even today, this will confirm its support. And as of now, breaking the one spot 272, I am looking for further extension all the way up to the one spot 414 Fibonacci extension level, right around 14,500 bucks. Nice. Oh, actually, I have to get my moving averages changed out. I was testing a couple of different strategies today, and I do plan on making an instructional video on a strategy that I can't believe I was blind to this strategy. I mean, I've learned it before, but I kind of forgot about it as my career progressed here. But we'll talk about that stuff in a different video. For now, again, if you guys like the video, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. Hit that little bell. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Leave a dislike. Leave anything. Come to the channel. Okay, so what do we got here? Do I got all my moving averages? Yes, I do. I have all my exponentials. I have the one simple that I need. We're good to go. Okay, so we do see candles still closing above all major moving averages. I did say that this candle right here on yesterday's stream was a sign of potential reversal. Again, anytime you get that potential reversal signal, direction is never implied. And you can't assume that just because you get a doji style candlestick closure at the top of a formation that it's automatically going to be a top. That is not the case in this example here. We did see a major price continuation to the upside past the one spot 272 Fibonacci extension zone. Looking for a target now, the one spot 414 at 14,500. Got that closure on decent volume. Maybe it's just like tied right in, just about with the average moving average, just about the volume average in volume here today. So it is enough for me to say, all right, likely we see continuation, coming in for the next few days, maybe into next week. As a result, looking at the stochastics, again, more of that coiling, getting that signal, a little bit of a lower high potentially here, especially if we cross the exponential, but that exponential is extremely positive still. So again, a little bit of a test of support, not out of the question, again, especially seeing new all-time highs being printed, a little bit of a pullback all the way to the red 10 simple would not be out of the question in this formation before potentially launching off to the one spot 414 Fibonacci zone here. Again, anytime a new all-time high is set, or even new printed highs are set, I'm always expecting that potential pullback, and I always watch for where that pullback goes, because if it is, if it is to pull back, I'm going to be looking for higher low formations until proven otherwise. Looking at the RSI here, again, that long-term structure still very valid. Continuing onwards and upwards. I think printing. Just barely printing new highs on RSI while the exponential continues to grow strength into the bullish control zone here through the bottom. Again, any pullback, that pretty much is right aligned with the red 10 simple. Any pullback to the red 10 simple to potentially see a new higher low print would not be out of the question for this asset. But for now, again, I'm looking for continuation. Now, if we close below the red 10 simple, I will have to err on the side of caution and say a move to the L21 moving average right around 14,030 bucks would not be out of the question. Basically lining up with this low formation here. Maybe I should readjust that. We'll just call that 14,000 when we get this money real quick. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for NASDAQ. We'll move to SPY. Did we see new all-time highs on SPY? Yes, we did. Nice. Don't you just love it when that TA fucking works? Oh, it's so juicy, guys. It's so juicy. Oh, it's so juicy. Continuation to new all-time highs after seeing this. What I'm taking as a major daily low being printed on the green 55. Continuation back above all major moving averages, and now we see continuation to new all-time highs, closing on new all-time highs. New target is now the 1 spot 272. I do expect that target to be met at some point. Again, new all-time highs being set. A little bit of a pullback would not be out of the question. Looking at the stochastics, long-term structure still remains very valid, gaining actually major momentum to the upside here. So again, you know, the basis for continuation is very much there. The only thing I don't like is the low volume. Low volume when we're seeing new all-time highs just tells me that the bulls are starting to run out of steam a little bit, right? Like this all-time high, when it was the all-time high, we saw that on massive volume, and now we see declining volume as this continues to climb higher. Again, just a little bit of a tell of saying, hey, you know, maybe the bulls are starting to run out of ammo a little bit. That wouldn't be arbitrary to consider here. But for now, I'm looking for that extension to the 1 spot 272, and again, a little bit of a pullback to test the breakout point here as new tentative support right around 4250 would not be out of the question. I'm actually going to be looking for that first and foremost. Any lows printed? This is the last low here. I mean, we're gonna have to play it level by level, I guess. And any closure below this region, we find ourselves in this, in this little excuse me, little box region. So my voice is getting tore up. God, I love that fresh water, man. Excuse me. Yeah, so, as far as pullbacks are concerned, any close below the red 10 simple, these two moving averages are so converged that, I might as well just, remove this level here and say, this is the level that I'm looking at, 42.10, right at the top of this consolidation period here is kind of my next level of support here, below this support, and a pullback and a daily candle closure below that region. While not a death sentence at all, in my opinion, we could see a pullback all the way down to 42.15 here, potentially set at, another higher low and continue onwards and upwards. But for now, again, looking for a little bit of a pullback to test that breakout point as new tentative support, and looking for the 1 spot 272 to basically be met as new all-time highs here. RSI, again, same thing as NASDAQ. Long-term structure still holds valid. Exponential remaining in a positive slope, and continuation as a result. Again, a pullback would correlate with a test of that positive exponential here, but I want to start seeing new highs print. New all-time highs being printed on lower highs from an RSI perspective does give the basis for potential bearish divergence, as we would see a higher high printing on lower high RSI structure, and if we do get a top call, I would expect a bearish divergence anchor to start flagging itself on this structure. A little bit of hindsight, hindsight's 2020. Obviously, I'm not looking for that right now, but something to keep in the back of your mind just in case a top is put in here. But for now, that's how I'm looking at SPY futures. Dow Jones continuation. I actually thought maybe we would see a little bit of a pullback as a result of closing below that green 55. Could you really consider that a close below the green 55? Yes and no. I mean, it looks to have been closed below it. I mean, you highlight the green 55, you can clearly see. Yeah, you can clearly see a close below it. I guess it wasn't enough of a closure below, because now that's our new high or low structure here. We do have an uptrend in formation. Here's your first low right here, followed by another low, and that low provided the basis for bullish divergence, lifting it off to this resistance level here, back above all major moving averages, right around the 34,200 region. I'll be looking for continuation in tomorrow above this region. Now, I know we didn't break it, but this is a show of force, in my opinion. Looking at the RSI, again, we have that that bullish divergence drive actually playing out, forcing the exponential back to a positive slope. Maybe forming a potential new long-term structure here. It's only 2 points. This was the prior structure that I was looking at. That structure is no longer valid, which means that this structure is potentially valid. Looking at the RSI. RSI breaching back above the neutral zone into the bullish neutral zone. Not extremely bullish until we break back into the bullish control zone here. But positive exponential. I'm going to be looking for continuation as a result. Stochastics, again, that 4-point touch trend line here that I highlighted a few streams ago. Actually, I can't believe it fucking worked, but sometimes that TA shit works pretty often. Nice little bounce structure off of that, breaching back into the bearish control zone. I do think this one goes for a drive back into the neutral zone, especially if we see a candle closure back above this resistance level here, right around $34,200. And if we get that condition here, my extension will go all the way up to this resistance level here at 34,400, give or take. And maybe... I think my fibs are wrong. We're going to get rid of them. Boom. We're going to go off of this base low here, right? We're going to get the Fibonacci extensions in there, okay? And when we place it, we're going to see potential targets for future price action if we see new all-time highs being set. Where should I put that low? Maybe right there? Yeah, all-time high is lined up with the zero, with the one read, excuse me. All-time high is met with the one read. A break above the all-time high. This isn't even fucking valid. Okay. All right. So if the condition is met, coming into tomorrow, we see a candle closure above 34,400. I'm going to be extending targets all the way back up to the all-time high resistance here at about 34,800, and any candle closure above that region in the near future, I'm going to be extending targets all the way back up to the 1.272, which was the original target for price action in the past. But with this structure being, with this new low structure being born here, I had to recalculate my fib zones here. So that would kind of be my extension target if we see new all-time highs being printed. But hindsight trading, I'm just looking for the current level to be broken, if it is to be broken. Now, with the power in this move, with the momentum being provided in this move, it does look juicy, it does look healthy, but we need to be aware that we still have to be aware of potential lower high structures here on Dow Jones. We're not seeing that on NASDAQ and SPY futures. We're seeing new all-time highs on those assets, but as long as this asset is below the all-time high resistance, the argument that we could see a lower high structure is very, very valid. But we don't have the evidence of a lower high structure yet. We have the evidence of likely continuation. So that's where I'm going to leave Dow Jones here. We'll go ahead and move on. Dixie, still consolidating, same analysis as before. We actually see the red 10 simple pushing up into price action right now. I do like that a little bit. I want to see bigger moving averages do the same thing. Excuse me. But for now, again, consolidation. It's clearly consolidating, actually consolidating within this region here. And if we see a break above this level here, 91.90, I'm going to be looking for extension all the way up to this resistance at 92.15, and likely further, especially if we close above 92.15 here. We likely take out this high and continue all the way up here to the 92.93 region, just above the the blue 377 here. A little thing for concern though, we do see a breach back into the bullish control zone. Now again, there's a lot of nuance thinking when it comes to a signal like this. Typically, when I see a signal like this, I want to see a resistance break. That's going to be my tell. Hey, a little bit of change of momentum here, forcing price action to the downside. But if price action continues to consolidate and not break this level here and remain consolidating within this region while momentum oscillators take a dive, that's going to be, that's going to provide the basis for a potential bullish reset, which would be phenomenal for the U.S. dollar index. Again, because this is the major level right here that I've been looking at for quite some time from a long-term basis here. Again, as far as structural highs are concerned, I am not going to flip my bias from bearish to bullish until we take out this region here, 93.27 on a daily candle closing basis at the very least. But for now, consolidation, same principles apply as in yesterday's stream. Any break below this region here, not a death sentence necessarily. A pullback all the way to this prior high, right around 91.31, wouldn't be out of the question. We could actually see a higher low structure being formed here, but I like what it's doing now. Keep consolidating. If it keeps consolidating, puts in a low, and then booms to the upside, that would be phenomenal to see. That's where I'm going to leave that one. Let's go ahead and move on to Mr. Bitcoin. So I was I'm still a little on the fence about Bitcoin right now. A very tradable move, to be quite honest with you. Not gonna lie to you, but still, RSI, looking a little bit weaker than what I want it to look like. We do see a little bit of weakness on the RSI. Yeah, the exponential is positive, but You know, I want to see some strength as a result. I want to see this, I want to see this print new highs. Where's our last high? Actually, this is the last high. As long as we're below this region here, 40,500, the premise for more downside is going to be my, my overall bias here. Yes, we took out resistance. I do have extension targets all the way up here, potentially. 36,000 bucks, right aligned with the yellow 21 simple, but it does look like that's trying to reject right now. Not saying that that's going to be the overall, feel for the day. We still have 18, almost 19 hours left in today's candle. We can see anything happen, but if we see this region break to the downside, it likely prints as a lower high. 33 spot 660 is the target for the downside. If we see that level broken, it's not really a level. We'll actually do this. We actually just get this back here. Be more on the conservative side. Any closure below 33,360, I'm going to be looking for a lower high structure to print on the caretaker's RSI, and I'm going to be looking for targets all the way back down to this region here, this low right here. Around 31,500, maybe 31,600 would be the overall target if this were to come back to the downside and decline. Again, the only moving average that we see price action structurally above right now is the blue 377. Every other moving average, as long as we're below them, we're going to see them, more and more diverged to the downside. Now, what we do have on the radar right now is a potential death cross. Now, nothing confirmed, and this is kind of the subject that I'm studying right now, but we see these moving averages here, the green 55 and the purple 200. We're starting to see them converge a little bit, and if we see that death cross, again, the basis for our death cross is as follows. These are the conditions that need to be met. Number one, we need to see the death cross initiate. Number two, we need to see price action pull back into the death cross and reject it, basically confirming it as resistance with more downside price action. Then we have a death cross confirmed, and if we get that death cross confirmed, I mean, hell, we've seen death crosses for Bitcoin in the past on the daily on the daily chart here. Let's actually go ahead and look for one just for educational benefits. This isn't the right chart. We're gonna go to the XBT here. What do we get a death cross? What do we get a good death cross here? Coronavirus dump times got a death cross. This actually be the best example here for a death cross. Again, I want to provide the most extreme example possible because when you see a death cross, you have to prepare for the minimum extremes and the most extreme capabilities of a death cross being initiated here. Now look, we got this death cross here. Officially crossing on the 16th of 2018 here. We see price action falling down, right, and then we see price action pull up into the moving averages and reject. That's your basis for price action continuation to the downside, and we saw that play through, and we actually got another test back into it. We actually saw these moving averages taken out on a daily candle closure basis, but we didn't see this death cross revert. We actually saw more rejection as a result, and this death cross really played out to the downside long term. Again, this is a daily death cross, and if you bought the retest right here and sold into a golden cross, which would be right here, you're looking at 38% gain on your short there. Not a bad fucking trade if you're playing the golden cross, death cross blindly. That's not a bad trade here from a daily perspective. Now we've seen a couple laggards in the past on Bitcoin. Obviously, death cross here. I think this is coronavirus time. Yeah, coronavirus dump times here. A little bit of a black swan event that basically forced a death cross, but that didn't last long before boom, explosion to the upside all the way to fucking 63,000 bucks here. So for now, after this, multi-generational bull run here, a death cross, in my opinion, would not be good. Would not be a good thing if you were in a position to want to long Bitcoin here, as that would provide the basis of a potentially long-term downtrend. Again, we need to see price action pull into the cross and reject the cross, seeing downside continuation for that death cross to be confirmed. So we could see the death cross initiate, and if we don't see that pull in, to the death cross with a rejection of those moving averages, forcing price action back down. Instead, we see a price pump above the golden cross, and basically the golden cross or the death cross revert back into a golden cross. That's just a rejection of the death cross. All of these things are very possible. Keep it in the back of your mind. This is getting very, very, very close. There are a lot of eyes on these two moving averages here, and typically when you see a death cross, bots and algorithms really start taking over and start putting real sell pressure on this on an asset. No matter what asset it is, death cross and golden cross strategies tend to work out a lot for those assets. So for now, keeping it plain and simple, I'm watching for the next levels here, and that's where I'm going to leave Bitcoin. I think it's time we move on to the analysis requests. Yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, what do we got? AHT. Ooh, AHT. Ashford Hospitality Trust. A little bit of a low. Bullish divergence. Ooh. Do we have a structural high or low? Very possible. Very possible. We do see stochastics here really overextended in my opinion. I really want to see some positive momentum. I want to see continuation. But the RSI does provide the basis here for continuation. And look at that. Holy shit. Look at that. We have an uptrend structure, a 2-point uptrend structure on the RSI. If we see new highs printed, we're well and far away from the RSI top here, which is in correlation with this top right here, right? And again, seeing new highs printed with lower highs printing on RSI, bearish divergence will definitely flag out on a caretaker's RSI here. So, the basis for potential continuation is there. I would like to see more price action to the upside, with my target currently being 5.70. We'll just round it up, $5.70. But I need to start seeing stochastics follow suit and the RSI force that exponential back to a positive slope here. We do see a little bit of weakness to the downside. We do see that upside pressure really weighing underneath that exponential here. But I want to see a cross. I want to see that that exponential, force itself back to a positive stature. And most importantly, I want to see new highs on the RSI, because any higher high than the structure provided here with a lower high on the RSI is just going to flag another bearish divergence call, and that bearish divergence likely plays out to the downside. Now, the targets for a bearish divergence call, that's hindsight trading, but it is something to put on your radar, because it's very, very, very possible that we see that happen. But for now, extension to this region here, 5.70, is going to be my next target, seeing that this resistance was taken out and a low was printed on the purple 200. If price and say again that golden cross aspect, if price action can print new highs, the likelihood of this green 55 pushing closer and closer to that 200 moving average here is going to provide the basis for a bull run, in my opinion. And if we see if we see a bull cross or a golden cross, now a golden cross is the complete same as a death cross, except when you see that golden cross initiate, right? You want to see divergence between those two moving averages, meaning the green 55 is getting higher and higher away from the purple 200, and then you're going to see a pullback into that cross, and that cross hold is support before basically an inevitable bull run to the upside. And we see right now, the structure, it's well and far away from a golden cross, but does that mean it's not possible? No, it definitely is possible, in my opinion. Again, this technically isn't a little bit of an uptrend, printing macro high or lows along the way. This could just be another macro high or low. But if we see this low taken out right here, I'm gonna go ahead and print it out right here. If we see 4.50 taken out on a daily candle closure basis, a pullback to the green 55 is going to be my first target here. And if we take out this region here, it's basically clear skies all the way down to $2.95 now. It's again a little bit more hindsight trading. I want to give a little bit of hope for this asset. A low has been printed. I just want to see continuation as a result of that low. We didn't really see a girthy, strengthy takeout of that resistance. So the basis for a potential pullback, I'd rather just see it boom. You know, I'd rather just see it, you know, continue to the upside first and foremost. A pullback is likely. It's very possible. Keep your eyes aware from that, but we don't need to really talk about that because we haven't seen new highs printed. So continuation is what I want to go for, and I think I am comfortable saying that this might continue a little bit more to the upside. Seeing a golden cross on this after it's been just a shit ass bullshit stock for the last, I don't know, 50 years or whatever, would be really great. When's the last when did we get a death cross on this? Let's look. Golden cross averted. Death cross initiated right here. Right here in 2018. This thing's been in a bear market for fucking 3 years. So yeah, you know, I would love to see this go into a you know, full-blown bull market. That would be phenomenal to see a golden cross on this. Would be a change of behavior. Ooh, change of behavior is right here. Sometimes I gotta pause because I really like to just look at this and get a feel of you know, get a feel of the market right now. The market feels a little bullish. You know, I can't be all too bullish on this. Again, I want to err on the side of caution with any kind of analysis that I provide. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a stock advisor. I'm not an investment advisor. But you know, I still have to err on the side of caution. You know, this doesn't have to play out with a golden cross. I would like to see it play out as a golden cross, but the likelihood of that happening only depends on further continuation of price action to the upside. More preferably, a new high being printed above 7.30. But for now, that's where I'm going to leave it. Looking for a little bit of continuation, maybe to the red 10 simple, maybe a little higher to this resistance here at 570, and that's where I'm going to leave that one. Next request. We had a viewer, and that viewer was gone in like 12 seconds. Awesome! Torchlight! This one really shit, didn't it? Yes, it did. Ooh, definitely a top. Definitely, see, this is the kind of signal that I'm looking for on a top structure. You know, waning momentum on the stochastics, breaking back into the bullish control zone, looking for a neutral zone. Yep, entered the neutral zone. I'm looking for a potential continuation down unless we base a low on the yellow 21. Now, when was our last low here? Yeah, right here. Right here on this support. Now, to pull back to the green 55 wouldn't be out of the question. We could technically pull back to that region and see a higher low print on that structure. That would not be out of the question. But for now, this looks like a fucking gravestone doji style candlestick. It looks like a gravestone candle, which provides the basis for more downside. We do see RSI has a negative exponential, a very sharp cross below that region, bouncing off the neutral zone and you know, reclaiming that bullish structure would be nice. But we have to be aware of potential bullish divergence printing out on the daily RSI if we see new highs printed but lower highs printed on RSI. Again, I will be looking for a potential pump to the upside to be met with resistance upon that negative exponential here, which would be in line with what? I would have to see a break back above this region first, $6, before I look for that exponential rejection point here, right around this high, 8.95, this resistance level here. Yeah, that one really took a dive, didn't it? How much did this one fall? Fucking half, over half. That's a real move, man. That's a real move. If this thing is to remain bullish, I don't want to see any more. I don't want to see any more, you know, moving averages taken out, especially not the green 55. If we take out the green 55 at $3.30, the basis for a new potential low is very valid. Around the cyan 89, maybe even a little lower. Hindsight trading, but the way this thing is moving to the downside, we you know, maybe it's not so much hindsight trading, rather. You know, higher probability, to be quite honest with you. Seeing a red 10 simple rejection, basing a support on the yellow 21 moving average, basically flatlining it. I want to see this region here taken out before I look for a potential low. $6. I want to see price action take out $6, and then I'll be looking for a low structure on the RSI. But the momentum says down. What is this, a weekly? Yeah, it's a weekly. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm looking at Torchlight. I don't think my bias is going to change. I think a little more downside is warranted right now. To be quite honest with you, we see the massive break here on the RSI and the massive break on the stochastics. Now the stochastics on a weekly has that possible 2-point uptrend, but that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the daily, and that's how I see Torchlight here. So we'll go ahead and move on. BBIG says, what? Ooh, okay. All right, so we got a lower high. Not necessarily change of behavior quite yet. From an aggressive standpoint, if you're trading aggressively, it's a lower high. It's a lower high, and it's a downtrend. If you are trading conservatively, like me, I want to see a new low printed. We actually saw this low tested today, maybe a little bit of a liquid zone right here. We did see that low tested and supported today, so the basis for a little bit of movement to the upside is warranted. However, I want to err on the side of caution because we did see a rejection of that negative exponential here, not really forcing it back to a positive slope. Look at that bearish divergence drive called right there, and it played out to the downside. Now putting at risk of the potential uptrend structure from an RSI perspective. Any closure lower likely forces RSI below the neutral zone into the bearish neutral zone, likely taking out that low and sending price action all the way back down, first and foremost to this region at 3.72. And if that region gets taken out, this is our last low here at $2.83. I would be looking at that as a valid target. Now, if we put in a low, we see this the open of this candle taken out. We likely see a low. Any closure above $4.35 likely initiates that low, and the target becomes this region once again at 4.91, likely a little higher. But the fact that we printed that lower high, got that massive gap down, stochastics rejecting the neutral zone, not even coming close to the neutral zone, and just rejecting that negative exponential, forcing it back to the downside. Same thing as RSI. I have to stay on the bias that this is coming down. So that's B big. I'm gonna go to YCBD. Ooh, pot. YCBD says what? CBD pot stock. I've done this one before. Hell is this? Oh, break of structure, man. Break of structure. Break of structure. No matter what I do with this diagonal trend line is broken. This support has broken. This is, in my opinion, a pivot point for this market. Obviously, not too much evidence of it being a pivot point because we've only been above this once. Yeah, this is the pivot point. We're below that pivot point. I'm bearish. Closing below all moving averages. Ooh, except for that pump up today. I do believe this pump up is just going to be a little bit of a test of this resistance here. This resistance, in my opinion, likely fails. Again, a break of structure. But it's, the immediate structure is hard. It is a valid argument that the immediate structure is putting in something here. Do we have any kind of triangle formation? Maybe I go ahead and get rid of this. Channel? A wedge. Rising wedges on a downtrend result in bearish movements, typically, if I remember that correctly. Again, I just redid the pattern formations module from my technical analysis school. If I remember correctly, that's a bearish. This is a bearish wedge here, especially seeing that structure, that uptrend structure that I had printed out, has been broken. The pivot point for this structure here has been taken out, but this is a little bit of an uptrend. But I can't go off of a little bit of an uptrend because it's not an uptrend. I mean, it's still a downtrend in my opinion. Yeah, we have two higher lows, but I want to see higher highs, right? I want to see higher highs, structural higher highs. This is the change of behavior point for me. Anything above $4, and I'll be convinced that this is an uptrend. These moving averages really coming close, converging here, looking like the green 55 is ready to test that purple 200 here. We're seeing this is bad. This is bad in my opinion. Not long-term relevant. Now I'm going to bring that diagonal trend line that I had up back into play here. I went from this point to this point. I don't play diagonals too often, but when the structure, holds, can't really say anything about it until it's broken. And we see that little bit of a break here. Now, if we can reclaim this structure, see this resistance taken out, seeing candle closures back above this pivot point, then I'll be convinced of upside targets potentially being around this $3.95 region, which is, it looks like it's a hell of a move for this asset. I actually might want to put in different levels to consider here. Maybe I can. Yeah, I'm going to do this one here. Yeah, any closure above this region here, 325. I'll look for extension to this region here at $3.65 first and foremost. Stochastics actually providing the basis for a potential two-touch uptrend structure here, which is valid. It could be made valid. 3 points I'd be more comfortable with, but again, I want to see that confirmed, and for me to be convinced that it's confirmed, I need the exponential to be taken out and that exponential to be forced back to a positive slope as a show of continuation, as a show of bullish momentum. RSI though, let's see what it says. RSI exponential is positive, but just newly positive, and we're basically seeing a test of that neutral zone. I want to see new highs printed. I want to see this bearish divergence bullshit to stop printing out. I want to see some momentum here before I'm convinced that this pivot point's really going to be taken out. We've been above it again twice. We saw it broken here. I'm not talking about this downtrend shit. I'm actually just talking about the uptrend stuff, the bullish stuff here. We've seen this pivot point taken out once, and then fail, and then twice with a little bit of a bull run here, and then back below it again. So, I want to see a little more price action. I want to see what price does to this pivot point before I make any further kind of, calls on this asset. I think that's where I'm going to leave YCBD there. Pot stocks haven't really been fucking reliable as investments to me anyway. OPGN, please be a dog shit chart. Please be dog shit. OPGen. The fuck is this? Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh yeah! Oh, this stock is fucking shit! Wow. No. Nuh-uh. Nope. This is dog. I mean, yeah. It just looks like a pump and dump right now. It looks like a pump and dump. Does it extend? Does it extend to the purple 200 here? Yeah, probably. But does it close above it? Yeah, probably not. Double top formation right here. Boom. That's going to be the level that I'm looking at. Are we consolidating? Very likely. Very likely consolidating. I mean, this thing's just been consolidating for, I don't know, fucking like 2 years? Yeah, something like that. Shit. This is nasty. This is an ugly chart, bros. This is an ugly fucking chart. Ah! You don't have to trade shitty charts. Why? Why do you trade shitty charts? Why do you trade shitty charts? Mr. Raccoon is furious. He's angry. He wants you to stop trading shitty charts. Shitty charts get you nothing. I'm going to turn Mr. Raccoon off now. Nah, if I had to analyze this, I'd say, maybe price action comes up a little bit, but that's not what momentum oscillators tell me. Momentum oscillators actually tell me a little more down. We've been seeing this coil and breaking that exponential. This is choppy as shit. It's not really clean. Our stochastics just down, more down. more down than anything. This is just horrific, horrifically ugly and unclean. I hate unclean charts, and I hate charts that have never seen an uptrend. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, with higher lows along the way. Take it how you will. But until I see price action back above the purple 200 moving average, I'm not going to be convinced of any more upside. But we already see what's happened when we saw price action pump majorly above the 200. Death. Straight to the depths of hell. Ha 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 ha. And then pump, dump. Look. Pump, dump. Pump, dump, pump, dump. Pump, dump. Pump, dump. Pump, dump. It's dog shit. Sorry, man. This is bullshit. This chart is just straight awful sauce. We're going to go to the next one here. What do we have? OGEN. Another shit chart. Please give me another shit chart. Orogenics. Is this a dental company or some shit? Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Robert, you like... That dude likes giving me shit charts. That much is very, very evident. Dog shit. More dog shit. More dog shit. Pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. No uptrend, no uptrend. Maybe the start of an uptrend right here, but look at these moving averages, man. I don't even know what the fuck to look. I don't even know. Closing below everything but... No. We're closing below every major moving average. Down. Down is my only prerogative. No bearish or no bullish divergence. Negative exponential. Obviously, it was forced to like a flat line position. Is that negative? Yep, it's still negative. It was forced into that slightly flat line, but still slightly negative formation here. Rejection. We got that rejection. Look at this. We got an uptrend structure on the RSI. Doesn't mean shit. Because we don't have an actual uptrend. If this rejects and takes out this region here, this is just going to be more continuation down to zero. More to zero. Actually, more like to this region here. That's a low. We do have an uptrend. We do have a little bit of an uptrend. Nothing like majorly structural. Damn, we saw this. We saw a change of behavior get rejected. Damn. So we had this little up, right? Right there. That candle would have been like bullish as fuck. If it were me, I'd have been like, oh, change of behavior, continuation, bro. Boom, death. Back below all the moving averages. Moving averages are here to only kill. The moving averages don't care about your fake uptrend. The moving averages want to see this stock go to fucking zero. It's only 72 cents away. God, this is so fucking ugly. This is so ugly. Yeah, yeah, this is bad. It's bad. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. It's bad. Well, okay, let's talk about upside conditions. The upside condition I'm looking for is that change of behavior. Back above 84 cents. We'll just round it. No, it's rounded, 84 cents. Anything back above 84 cents, then yeah, the likelihood of continuation to the upside is there. Let's actually look for the next high. Wow, that's it. That'd be the target if this resistance here is broken. Let's put on another target. Damn, all these highs, so tight with each other. And yeah, this stock is so bad, it's ridiculous. Hey, you even got a fucking golden cross that only lasted like a month. Well, it lasted a lot more than a month, but you get the point. It didn't last long. Yeah, this is dog shit, bro. I hope you're not trading this, man. I hope you don't think this is a good investment. No, like, seriously. No. 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 No! You will never convince me. You will never convince me that this is a good fucking invest. No! No. No. I'm moving on. Fuck OGen. GSAT. Let's look at it. It's so fucking bad. Okay, now this one's a little different. Obviously not the picture of health and fitness. A lot of pumps followed by downtrends, to be quite honest with you. But for this structure, for right now, what am I seeing? Where's the change of behavior? 2 spot 54. Now, what do we see on the immediate structure here? Rejection of resistance, but support still holding. Just barely. Just barely. Just barely. I'd actually say that this actually has a possibility to come back up and test this resistance right around 1 spot 98, right around $2. Stochastics providing the basis for more continuation. RSI looking a little bit weaker, but again with new highs printing, and this is what this is what I'll always talk about. Even if it's not a new all-time high, it just has to be a new structural high. A new structural high printing likely gets sold into a little bit. And we actually saw this massive up open here, all the way up to $2. Actually a little higher. No, we actually saw it open at $2 and then pump to like 202, and then boom. Come all the way down, test this support level here at $1.65. We saw that support hold again today with a closure of close enough is close enough. It's barely above resistance, but it's above resistance nonetheless. And so that just gives me the bias for potential support. Is a pullback, is further pullback a possibility? Yeah. Where's the last low? Here? I'd be more conservative and say as long as we're above $1.35, if we see a higher low print on $1.35, it'd still be bullish in my opinion. What do we see on moving averages? Moving averages, okay. All lower periods trading above higher periods, right. Yeah, we got that. Okay, all lower periods trading above higher periods. I can't be bearish. I cannot be bearish on anything that's trading above all major moving averages until proven otherwise. So yeah, for now, extension back up to this resistance wouldn't be out of the question in my opinion, unless we close below this support. And if we do so, again, pull back to this support here, $1.65 wouldn't be out of the question. And if we take that region out, red 10 simple is going to be my next target, maybe even the yellow 21, and maybe even the green 55, right aligned with the following support below that, right at $1.35. Seeing that initiation to the downside would not scare me out. Actually, unless we close below $1.35, that's when I would be more concerned for further downside price action. But again, it's still bullish. This looks like a dragonfly candlestick. I like dragonfly candlesticks. They are a sign of potential reversal. Now, I'm not saying the reversal is going to be to the upside. Again, reversal direction is never implied. Please do not ever imply a reversal style candlestick in any direction whatsoever. Wait for the confirmation. Wait to see if it pumps or wait to see if it dumps, and that's where I'll leave GSAT. We'll do one more quick layover of Bitcoin, and I think that's where I'm going to call it. Currently rejecting the red 10 simple, looking like a little more continuation to the downside. The negative exponential is still something that's on my mind from a stochastics perspective. If we see this reject, we're likely going to see further downside continuation. RSI exponential, while it is positive, we're looking at a little bit of a back test of it right now. If this holds as support, while holding this level here as support, we likely see extension all the way up to this region over time, right around $36,000, which is actually right around my my position exit point, right in line with the yellow 21 moving average here. We did break resistance yesterday. Technically, this was a little bit of a pivot point for me to look for a little more upside continuation, and that condition was met. So if we remain above this region, I have no reason not to think extension to 36,000 won't be achieved. But if we close back below this region, and more importantly, close below 33,400. very likely a lower high structure prints, and downside this baby will go all the way to the blue 377 once again, and a target overall of the prior low right around 31,545. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did enjoy the stream, please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. I'm here every night. Oh, update, I might be on early tomorrow. Because I have to get up early. I can't go to work. My car took a shit. I have to take my car to the shop. Hopefully I can get it fixed during the weekend. But hopefully when I drop my car off, I'll come back home and do a little bit of a live stream tomorrow, kind of like early on in the day. Maybe I can get a whole bunch of viewers to watch if that goal is achieved. Yeah, tune in, guys. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. Please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tick that little bell, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. And until then, stay safe.